Welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Mary Lee. It's good to have you with us. Coming up in this week's show, we follow China's Tzu Chi volunteers as they continue to give support in the aftermath of the recent Xiamen bus rapid transit fire disaster. Tzu Chi volunteers celebrate Dragon Boat Festival with seniors and care recipients in Fujian and Guangdong provinces. And we see Kunsan Tzu Chi volunteers' dedication to promote recycling and environmentalism to local residents in China. We start the show in Xiamen, China. In the wake of the bus rapid transit fire accident on June 7th, Tzu Chi volunteers have visited Xiamen First Hospital every day to lend the victims' family members a strong shoulder to cry on and calm the uncertainty. As for the hospital's nurses, volunteers presented them with Jingsi aphorisms as encouragement for their hard work.
It's going to be okay. Everyone is sending you their blessings. You are the best. You can get through this difficult time. You can think positive thoughts to help him recover quicker.
After the bus rapid transit bus accident on June 7th in Xiamen, China, patients' family members can only sit outside the intensive care unit at Xiamen First Hospital and hope for good news. Tzu Chi volunteers have arrived to provide them with emotional support in this uncertain time. These nurses have been busy since the accident, and volunteers give each a hug and words of encouragement.
That night when I returned to my office for a break at 10 p.m., I was devastated by the event of the day and cried. Afterwards, I read a bit of Jingsi aphorisms and returned to work. So I'm very thankful that the Tzu Chi family is here to care for us nurses.
I think first and foremost, you are very thorough. The love and care you have for the patients eases family members' hearts and calms their nerves. It's very helpful.
As well as support and blessings warms the hearts of family members as each face the future with Tzu Chi by their side. Famed Chinese scholar Tzu taught us, while we should honor our parents and care for seniors in our family, we should not forget to treat other elderly who have no ties to us in the same respectful manner. Thus, across the globe, Tzu Chi volunteers regularly visit senior homes to share their love. We now join one such trip in China's Fujian and Guangdong provinces.
In China's Fujian, as soon as Tzu Chi's motorcade pulls up at the Xiamen senior home, residents are already waiting eagerly outside. Though 94-year-old Grandma Ye cannot see, she still knows volunteers are here to check on her again.
She says we are closer to her than her own daughter. We visit her more often. Every time when I can't make the trip, I will be worried about her. Seeing her reminds me of my own grandma, so I treat her just like my own grandma.
The visits have been ongoing for 6 years, and the residents have become like the volunteers' family. Volunteers have no problem cutting their hair or washing their feet.
It's not revolting to wash this grandpa's feet for him. The work is not filthy. I just treat him like my own dad, and I think nothing of it.
The monthly visit by Tzu Chi volunteers is also an event the residents have come to appreciate.
Of course, we are very happy that you came to visit. Truly very happy. We are happy and grateful that you have come.
Also in Dongguan of Guangdong province, Tzu Chi volunteers show off their singing talents as they keep residents of Dalang Senior Home entertained. A group of young people tagged along this time to help cut the residents' hair. And after just one haircut, one young man is already emotional.
Participating in this activity reminded me of my grandmother. Although she has passed away and I can no longer keep her company like I do with these seniors, today's event helped me relive the time I spent with my grandma, which made me very happy.
Though volunteers come to comfort these seniors, in the end, the experience also enriches their own hearts.
Also in China's Fujian province, Tzu Chi volunteers delivered their love-filled sticky rice dumplings, also known as zongzi, to care recipients in Zhangzhou and Quanzhou cities. These zongzi were made by many senior volunteers who put in their expertise and love. Here in China's Fujian province, 30 volunteers from Quanzhou, joined by many local residents, have come to assemble 3,000 sticky rice dumplings, including this 80-year-old senior who walked 40 minutes to get here. To this 92-year-old grandma, the Tzu Chi retreat is her second home.
Grandma, are you glad to be here today?
Later, Tzu Chi volunteers hand out the love-filled zongzi to care recipients. Zhao Shuzhen is so happy to see the angels in blue and white that she can't help but reach out to them. Suffering from mental disabilities and relying on government subsidies, Zhao is reluctant to say goodbye. Liu Rongchun lives in the mountains with his mentally handicapped wife, and seeing the volunteers, the couple is extremely happy. Another care recipient is carefully fed by a Tzu Chi sister, like a mother to a child, though they are actually around the same age. In Zhangzhou City, volunteers brought the love-filled zongzi to Li Minghua, who lives alone.
I really like it. Thank you so much. You are wonderful. I'm so grateful to have met everyone. You are too kind to me.
Taking a bite of the snack, the senior sheds tears as she tells volunteers that she used to pity herself as she's widowed and childless. But Tzu Chi's love and care has helped her leave her depression behind. The senior also asked for a bamboo coin bank to donate, as so she may do her part to help others in need. In celebration of the Dragon Boat Festival, Tzu Chi volunteers in China delivered zongzi to their care recipients to spread holiday joy. There are also zongzi making and fundraisers to support Tzu Chi scholarships and charity missions.
Propelling himself forward with crutches, Chen Rongxiao of China's Fujian is visiting Tzu Chi's care recipients, along with volunteers. Empathizing with a family with 2 disabled children, Chen decided to raise money and build them a new home.
Seeing their situation reminded me of the help I received from so many people while growing up. So as long as I'm able, I have to help those in need.
Crippled due to contracting polio when he was young, Chen is now a vice manager of a factory. He encourages the children of the family he helped to one day pay the love forward when they grow up. Another care recipient's father is happy to greet the visiting volunteers. Previously bedridden due to hydrocephalus, the senior has now recovered thanks to the volunteers' support and care. In light of Dragon Boat Festival, volunteers in Guangdong also deliver fresh handmade zongzi to their care recipients and scholarship recipients to share the holiday joy. In Fujian's Quanzhou, volunteers are also busy making vegetarian zongzi. The zongzi will be sold to raise money for Tzu Chi's scholarship and relief programs. Local residents also come to offer their services. Many wish they had come earlier instead of just watching soaps at home or simply using home and work as an excuse. For those who do not know how to make the traditional treat, they must first start from learning how to fold the bamboo leaves. This is the third tour for 84-year-old Grandma Lin. She is very glad that her culinary skill can be used to help others here at Tzu Chi. A Tzu Chi scholarship recipient is here to learn how to make zongzi and help pay the love forward.
Now that I've learned how to make zongzi, I can make them for the ones I love. In the past, I spent a lot of time trying to learn this and failed, but now I finally learned how.
As one on the receiving end, Wang Pingrong hopes to bundle her love into each zongzi.
I can now tell others that it is wonderful to be able to help others. No matter big or small, as long as you can help someone, it is a good thing.
After the zongzi are properly cooked, then they are delivered to the homes of Tzu Chi care recipients. Sharing holiday joy and bringing the community closer together, Tzu Chi helps make Dragon Boat Festival enjoyable for everyone.
In the United States, Tzu Chi Austin Liaison Office organized a class to teach local residents how to make vegetarian sticky rice dumplings to celebrate Dragon Boat Festival. As well, the Tzu Chi Great Love Kindergarten in Monrovia, California, designed many activities relating to the holiday for students to get involved in.
As well as students of the Tzu Chi Great Love Kindergarten take part in various activities as they celebrate Dragon Boat Festival. Other than drawing dragon boats and making props, students also have a chance to play a dragon boat racing game. In the United States, traditional Chinese festivals are always a stroll for local residents. During this year's Dragon Boat Festival, many voluntarily come to learn how to assemble sticky rice dumplings, also known as zongzi. In the beginning, it takes some time to learn, yet gradually everyone gets the skill down pat. The vegetarian sticky rice dumplings made by volunteers at the Tzu Chi Austin Liaison Office are widely enjoyed in the community, and each one of the apprentices today will be an experienced helping hand tomorrow.
Staying in California, teachers from the Tzu Chi Elementary School brought kindergarten students and their parents on a field trip to the Tzu Chi U.S. headquarters in San Dimas. During the visit, volunteers organized activities to show the students how to make vegetarian dishes and also how to sort recyclables.
师公师姑师伯，大家好，我是大爱小主播。Right now we are in San Dimas giving you the weather report. 我们在美国总会为您做气象报道。And the weather is
Here at the Tzu Chi U.S. headquarters, students of the Tzu Chi Great Love Kindergarten and their parents and teachers all enjoy the chance to be a news anchor. The trip to the Tzu Chi U.S. headquarters gives these young students a better understanding of Tzu Chi's beginnings. Later, these children follow the volunteers' instructions as they make vegetarian spring rolls. Sitting outdoors on the lawn, the young students enjoy the fresh breeze as they learn how to sort recyclables. The event also brings parents and children closer together.
我喜欢这个学校，就是很多活动我们家长都可以参与。
I really like the school because it has organized many events for parents to take part in with their children. My daughters can feel our love and care for them. Now they will volunteer to help us do household chores. I'm really grateful to Tzu Chi as you teach our children very well.
During the visit, the young students all enjoy the time with their parents, while Tzu Chi volunteers also cherish the opportunity to spread Tzu Chi's humanitarian spirit to more people.
In the United States, on June 9th, Tzu Chi volunteers from the Texas chapter gathered to wrap zongzi for charity sale. On the day, employees from the Panda Express restaurant chain also joined volunteers. The employees had only good things to say about their day of service, and many mentioned they would participate in future events.
Some are responsible for weighing the amount of rice, others for wrapping the zongzi. To celebrate Dragon Boat Festival, Tzu Chi volunteers of the Texas chapter are coming together to make zongzi for charity. Since these zongzi were sold before charity, it is important that each one is made to perfection, and that starts with ensuring the right amount of rice goes into each. Responsible for this are a group of employees from the Panda Express restaurant chain who are here for the day to help out.
I've learned so much from you all. One is to pay attention to detail. The other is a phrase that I saw in your dining hall. One with an open heart does not hurt others. One with a pure heart does not hurt himself. I think that is an amazing idea.
I read a lot of zongzi and learned a lot about the process of making them. But what I'm actually doing is not making zongzi, but working on myself. Every detail requires the consideration of others. So I have learned a lot today, and I'm thankful for that.
Also present are family members of the volunteers. One brought her husband and son, both of whom learned much over the day.
A lot of people out in the world that don't have what we have, and it's a blessing to be able to give something to someone that don't have what we do have.
Everyone works so hard in wrapping the zongzi as a way to give back to society. I thought it was a very good experience, and I hope I can continue to participate in the future.
I'm so thankful for this chance because I have long wanted to join in Tzu Chi's activities and to be able to use my own time to do good deeds. I hope this is something that I can put my heart and effort into. Thank you again for giving me this opportunity.
Using their own time and energy to give unselfishly, these new volunteers find that they actually end up gaining much more than they give.
In Selangor, Malaysia, to celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival and enjoy parent-child quality time, local Tzu Chis and Ida parents gathered together to make delicious zongzi for charity fundraiser, and the money collected will help fund the upcoming musical adaptation of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents. And here's more.
Despite the sweat that has soaked their clothes, Ida mothers continue to stir-fry the glutinous rice that will later be used to make delicious sticky rice dumplings. Although making zongzi for the first time, the Tzu Chis are all very happy to help.
When I stir-fried the first batch of rice, it was overcooked, so I decided to cook a second batch. In the end, I finally got the knack of it.
This was my first time making zongzi. At first I was all over the place. Luckily there were many people that practiced with me.
To raise funds for the upcoming musical adaptation of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents, Selangor Tzu Chis and Ida parents gathered together to make delicious zongzi.
The fillings inside the zongzi are like Tzu Chis, and the glutinous rice covering them are the Ida mothers. Through participating in today's event, we hope children can cherish their mothers when they return home.
After making the sticky rice dumplings, Tzu Chis thoughtfully offered tea and zongzi to the Ida parents along with big hugs.
I was so touched that I shed tears.
They are great kids. I really want my children to join their ranks too.
I saw their hard work and passion. All the parents deserve big hugs. You guys are great.
Although the Sutra performance has not yet begun, today's event has planted seeds of goodness in the hearts of the Tzu Chis who promise to fulfill their filial duties when they return home.
In China's Jiangsu province, over the past 8 years, Kunshan Tzu Chi volunteers have devoted themselves to recycling and promoting environmentalism to residents at a local recycling point. Recognized by authorities, Tzu Chi's recycling point was later turned into an environmental education headquarters in hopes of spreading the message further.
At 6:30 a.m., Tzu Chi volunteers have already arrived to set up the exhibition area, where they put up some 600 posters on environmental protection.
Paying attention to these details makes a big difference.
This area used to be an ordinary recycling point. Following the decision of Kunshan Environmental Protection Bureau, it will be turned into an environmental education headquarters. Thus, Kunshan Tzu Chi volunteers will mobilize to help set up the venue and give it a fresh look.
You guys do a great job. The windows are all wiped clean.
Congratulations, Kunshan Tzu Chi Environmental Education Headquarters. We hope you will continue with your efforts in the days ahead.
At the ceremony, Tzu Chi volunteers receive a plaque of commendation while promising to spread the knowledge of environmental protection to more people.
First, we will continue to promote the Kunshan Environmental Education Headquarters to the public. Second, we will train more recycling volunteers to help with our cause.
For some 8 years, Tzu Chi volunteers have promoted environmentalism here in Kunshan. They started doing recycling in a small factory and later expanded to community-based events. As a result, Tzu Chi's efforts were eventually recognized by local authorities.
A good environmental education headquarters not only serves as a site for recycling, but also for spreading the knowledge of environmentalism to the public. Tzu Chi's education headquarters has done a great job, as it sets up a knowledge area, a recycling area, and an exhibition area, showing how these recyclables are reused.
Tzu Chi uses innovative ways to educate our children on how to practice recycling. You also have abundant resources.
To promote environmentalism, Kunshan Environmental Protection Bureau and Tzu Chi work together to make a short film.
Deputy Director Jean often takes her children to do recycling with Tzu Chi volunteers. She knows about Tzu Chi and has close contact with the NGO. When she suggested that I shoot a film at Tzu Chi's education headquarters, I was all for it.
Carrying on with the local residents' expectations, Tzu Chi volunteers in Kunshan will continue to make the city a better and more beautiful place.
The Tzu Chi Singapore chapter turns 20 this year. To commemorate their 20 years of service, volunteers set up a booth at the 2013 Singapore Book Fair at Suntec Singapore International Convention and Exhibition Center. Fairgoers were given a chance to learn more about the Buddhist charity from Taiwan, and many were inspired to join the cause.
20 years of Tzu Chi's exploits in and around Singapore are being shown at the 2013 Singapore Book Fair at the Suntec International Convention and Exhibition Center.
To introduce Tzu Chi's spirit of universal love to more people in Singapore is quite meaningful in my opinion.
This year is the Singapore chapter's 20th anniversary, so we thought we should make a compilation of our 20 years worth of work, whether in terms of software or hardware, and make a visual presentation.
Each photo on display tells a moving story of compassion and selfless giving, inspiring those who live in this blessed country.
To live in Singapore is quite a blessing, so if we can, we should donate some of our time to help the less fortunate.
This helped me understand Tzu Chi better. Now I know that not only does Tzu Chi have local events, they also have activities outside of Singapore.
Singapore is culturally diverse and is also one of the most cosmopolitan nations in the world. Still, there are people in need of assistance in or around the country. And for the past 20 years, local Tzu Chi volunteers have done their best to serve and inspire more people to join Tzu Chi's cause.
At the end of the show, we visit Tzu Chi volunteers in the Philippines, where they held a scholarship awards ceremony at the Jingsi Hall in Quezon City to 632 needy students before the start of the new school semester. Former scholarship recipients were also present to share words of gratitude for Tzu Chi's help throughout their school years. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for watching. See you next week.